Hello and welcome to our Fox 411. We have a couple gals here from the North Iowa Addiction Prevention Alliance. It's through Community Health Center. And Tika and Jenna, welcome.
Hello,
Hi,
thank you.
thank
Hello.
you.
It's Tika Gonzalez and Jenna Schaefer, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Correct. Yeah.
wonderful. All right. And Jenna, you first. What do you do for Community Health Center?
So I am the outreach coordinator here at our Mason City Clinic. So I do tabling events in the community, marketing, things like that. So that keeps me very busy.
Okay. And Tika, your role?
I am the office manager here at the Mason City Clinic.
Okay. So you guys are probably a couple of doors down from each other on this.
Not
Right.
even.
Oh, you're not. Okay. You're in different positions, different buildings, that kind of thing.
No, we share the same office space up front.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, very good. I'm glad we have two cameras then. All right. We're going to be talking about something that I don't know how long the North Iowa Addiction Prevention Alliance has been around, but let's introduce that first. Jenna, you want to take that and what is it all about? How long's it been around and
Yeah.
how often you meet, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So North Iowa Addiction Prevention Alliance, I believe, has been here in Saragota County for 25 years. Um,
Wow.
and so it's a community coalition full of members from different organizations, businesses, community members, um, promoting healthy communities through education and prevention. So we meet quarterly and we have different work groups, different topics that we discuss on how we can make our community healthy and how can we better our community with different programs, different organizations. Um, so yeah, we have
So
four.
it's more awareness type thing, or trying to come up with all the how can we make this more aware?
Yeah, and we have four work groups. I actually have them here.
Okay.
They are building community around families, promoting responsible retail, specialized local response, and harm reduction. So there's different work groups that work on different projects, and we come together quarterly and discuss what people are working on and what can we do differently or what can we just do in general.
Mm-hmm. And what is going on, I guess, right now? I mean, here we are 25 years later into this. I want to say, is this for adults or kids, or are you looking at everybody or what?
So adults,
Okay.
and anybody can join, and it's just people that are passionate about bettering our community, and so there's
Or-
members from like 43 North Iowa, Public
Okay.
Health, just different business organizations that are coming together.
So add the addiction part of it. How does this, it goes without saying, obviously, but
hmm
I feel like this is kind of an adult dare program almost.
I mean, yeah, just how can we better the community, what can we do, it started on substance misuse and just kind of expanding and going from there.
What seems to be the biggest issue?
I mean, well, I am newer to this coalition, so
Okay.
I know one of the big projects that they worked on was the community crisis response team, and
Mhm.
so with Prairie Ridge and 43 North Iowa, so that was a big project, and
Okay.
that seems to be going very well.
So, talk about what's been going on here with this slam the stigma thing. You've actually been in schools, what, for a couple of months now?
Yeah, so Slam the Stigma, it's a mental health and suicide awareness event.
Okay.
So this started in 2022. It started, a family organized the first event. Their child had died by suicide, and they wanted to get the community together to, promote mental health, get the community resources out there.
Hmm.
So it was over in the Clarion Goldfield area. They did it at a basketball game. That's why it's called Slam the Stigma.
Okay.
And they invited different organizations to participate. Um, and so there were these tables outside of the basketball game where people were coming in and out. They could visit each table and learn about what their organization provides, what mental health and suicide awareness resources are out there in the community. And so that seemed to go over very well, and it's kind of just went on from there. Our Fort Dodge office participated in a lot of those events, and so she recommended, that we start them over here. So
Hmm.
last year they did one in Mason City, and
Mhm.
this year we did them at 3 local schools.
Okay. And you met just during the school day, or was it at events or something like that?
Yep. So it was in the evening at basketball games.
Okay.
And so different organizations were invited to join. We would have tables out in the hallway, out in the concession stand area. Organizations, they'd bring their mental health resources, things like that. And we wanted fans, students, parents, to come through, take the flyers, learn more about the business, that there are
Mhm.
mental health resources available. Um, and so, they were very good turnouts. We did for the first time one at North Wickensett and one at Central Springs. And, there was, it seemed to go very well. We
Mm.
promoted to wear green because that is the mental health awareness color. So that was pretty cool. I remember stepping into the gym at Northwood and just seeing, green everywhere. Everyone's in green shirts.
Cool.
The players have green socks. The coaches have green t-shirts. And, at Central Springs, for example, they made t-shirts that said Slam the Stigma. So the
Mm.
players warmed up in those shirts. So that was really, really cool. And the school provided these incentives. If people went through and visited each table, got some information, maybe some tables had different games for the students to play, learn about mental health. They got a free incentive. So
Right.
one school did some free popcorn if you visited each table. So that was pretty cool. And so we're looking forward to next year to doing it again and hopefully bringing it to other schools.
So, Jenna, what is the stigma?
So the suicide and mental health stigma. And so we just want, the goal of the event is, it's okay to talk about mental health. It's okay
Oh, that's
to
the
talk about suicide.
yeah. It's talk about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And so, just promoting that it's okay.
Mhm.
And so yeah, it was very cool. And I think, continuing to do it, I don't think mental health is talked about enough. And I think, bringing out these events, encourages people to talk about it more or to look
Mhm.
into, different resources that we have in the community.
Everything starts with mental health, no matter what the issue is later, and it could lead to addiction and all that stuff. It still starts with mental health. And
Right.
let's face it, I think a lot of us know that this is a bigger issue than what people, the stigma, if you will, like you just
Hmm.
mentioned. It's okay to talk about it. And speaking of making it okay, that's where Tika's going to come in. Make It Okay Day is coming up here on May 14th, right? What's that all about?
Right. So that is an event that's held down at the pavilion at the mall. So there's different organizations will have their tables up there, providing information on mental health services in the community. That'll start at 11:30. And again, there will be bingo cards there, just like there was last year. So you can go around to every table, get your signature on your little bingo card, and then submit that at the end for a prize. And then at 12 o'clock, Cody Williams with Turning Leaf Counseling will give a brief speech, and then we're going to transition into the walk. And the walk is just a short loop around downtown. It's kind of around the sculpture walk area, and you can do a lap or two, whatever you choose, or don't walk at all. That's perfectly fine. That's up to you. But the idea is to give an opportunity to start a conversation about mental health with people that might be passing by.
Yeah.
The idea is let's start normalizing talking about it when you don't feel okay.
Mhm.
So, this event gives people an opportunity to come together and talk about that and be advocates for each other.
Mhm.
And that's what we enjoy being a part of. Yeah. Sorry,
Why do
my
you
voice is terrible today. I
Oh,
don't
it's
know
fine.
what's
It's
happening there, but
Just thinking about this or whatever. What do you think the issue is with people that just don't want to talk about it? They always want to sweep things under the rug, thinking what it's
You
going to
know,
go away, or is it just the fact that we're too self-reliant that we just think
I
that
think
that
there's just been a terrible stigma for a lot of years. And
Mhm,
unfortunately, I would say that is probably more true with the male population, feeling like they have to just keep it in and not talk about it
mhm,
and not go and get the help that they need in time. Of course, that's true for males and females alike, women, children, kids, the whole gambit. But I think it's just been a terrible stigma for a lot of years, feeling like maybe there's a weakness behind asking for help,
mhm.
when the truth is there's nothing harder than asking for help. And if you can do that, in my eyes, that makes you one of the bravest people there is.
Yep.
Ask.
And it
Here.
doesn't make any difference how simple it is to how tough it is. It's just okay to ask.
That's
Ask for
right.
help. It's all right. That's you know what? We're put on this earth. Well, we're supposed to be people of servants. I mean, we have to have service. You guys
Yes.
are doing service with what you're doing right now. And this is what we're here for. And there are just a lot of people out there that are willing to help. You just got
Yes.
to step up and ask for it. And
Yes.
I know that's the first big step, I guess, in any type of recovery or whatever, is knowing that you got a got an issue and you just need to find out how to deal with it. And the first thing to do is to ask for help. So stop the self reliance and just ask for help. Let's talk about what you guys do at Community Health. The different services that you do. You're laughing, Tika. What's you're chuckling?
Oh, I'm just excited to let people know that we're here.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
if there's one thing that I've heard, many times is people walk in our door for the first time and say, "Well, we didn't know you were here." And, I wanna make sure that everybody does know that we're here, that we
Mhm.
have some really wonderful resources, not to let not having insurance or, maybe having an insurance that isn't gonna pay very much stop you.
Mm.
Community Health has a wonderful program. It's a sliding fee scale discount. It's based off of your household size and income, and we can couple that with your insurance, or if you have no insurance, we can solely go off of that. So a person might pay as little as $20 to come see one of our behavioral health nurse practitioners or therapists, or anybody from our medical team, as low as $40 to come see somebody from our dental team. So I want to make sure people know, don't skip out on your healthcare needs because of money. There
Sure.
are options, and we're here for that.
And Jenna, what do you want to add to that?
I mean, she said it very well. We have medical, dental, behavioral health, and we do eye exams here at Community Health. And so
Okay.
we want everyone to come. We have urgent care as well, so that's been amazing addition to the community. So, like Tika said, we're here. We want everyone to come.
What's the most common service?
Probably dental,
Okay.
but very, very close in the running with the medical and behavioral health department.
Sure.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
and maybe add to that, what's one thing that people are surprised that you actually do? Maybe one that is kind of low on that not many people come in for this type of service. What would be that?
Oh boy. I think the one thing that we see is that there are a lot of people who haven't had any kind of medical or dental services in, 10 to 15 years.
Mm.
Maybe they had children and just focused on the kids'
Oh,
medical needs and put their own off for so long. And then one day they walk in and they decide they're ready to start taking care of themselves. And the thing that they're most surprised about is how many services we provide under one roof.
that's pretty
And
cool.
that's one of the best things to me.
Yeah.
You can be sitting in a dental chair and maybe all of a sudden you've got a really high blood pressure. Well, guess what? We only have to walk you down the hall. to meet with one of our nurse practitioners and make sure that we can do everything we can for you to get that under control. And
Mm.
that's a great thing. And we all collaborate very well within each department. So yeah, I would say that's probably one of the things that I see the most that is a little bit surprising.
So do we talk to you? Do we try to make an appointment with you guys, or is it just walk-in type traffic? Or I mean, I'm trying to figure out too when we actually go to you. Do you want the community to know that you can come here first before you make an appointment to your dentist or whatever? Is there a health provider?
Sure.
What would you say to that?
So if you are having an acute issue, maybe you woke up and you've got a real sore throat out of nowhere or a fever, and you just walk in, we'll absolutely see you. Go ahead and walk in. If
Okay.
you have something that's maybe more of a complex need that you might need a little bit more time with one of our providers, go ahead and call us and make an appointment.
Okay.
Chances are we're going to get you in, if not that day, maybe the very next day. We work really hard to make sure that people don't have to go very long before they can come in and be seen.
How many physicians and nurses you have down there then?
So for the medical department, we have 2 nurse practitioners. We have Bailey Schutz and we have Sandra Rohr.
Mhm.
And for behavioral health, we have 2 nurse practitioners, Michael Gerber and Deborah Price. And they both see children all the way up to adults. And then we have a therapist as well, Serene Bollinger. And at any time, if you ever feel that you're in crisis, please walk in.
Yeah. Yeah. This is great. Do we have this right here in Mason City? We have it
Yes.
right here in, it's your neighbor, Community
Yes.
Health. They're just down our road right here. So,
Yes.
DJs probably need some mental health awareness, more.
Hey, come on in. We're ready for you, Harry.
Okay. So let's find out where you're located and also how do we get a hold of you, get some more information. You have a website, I know, and you also have some social media presence.
We
Jenna, you
do.
want to talk about that or?
Sure. We are right by Fairway. We are 404 North Federal Avenue here in Mason City. Our phone number is 641-450-0601. And then our website, chcfd.com, as well as we are on Instagram. We're working on TikToks, and we have our Facebook page, Community Health Center of Mason City.
Oh, wonderful. Lots of choices there to find out more information. And I'm sure you guys take messages off of there too if they have a question, obviously.
We
Absolutely.
do. And also, if you are enrolled into MyChart, you can use that to make appointments without ever even having to call us. You can log right
Really?
into your MyChart. You can ask your provider questions, talk to them about your medications if you need to,
Hmm.
schedule your appointments. Yes, we do everything we can to knock down as many barriers as possible.
I know I'm a little older now. I'm in my early 60s, but I love that. I love
Yes.
that app, and I'm an app kind of guy, and it just works really well.
It does.
Yeah, rather than calling, I might be on hold or not hear from a doctor for 3 days or 4 days, but with that chart, with that app, oh, I can hear stuff right off the bat. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, we've learned a lot today here, gals. Appreciate you stopping by and let's continue this conversation here throughout the year, different times, and find
Mhm.
out the latest of what's going on with the Community Health Center right here in Mason City. So thank you much, Tika and Jenna. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Yes,
for the
thank
time.
you.
You bet.